Good evening, everyone.
Howdy.
I've got my favourite co-host with me, as you can see.
Me?
No, not you. So, yes. Say hello, Benny. It's a strong silent type, you see. Man of many words. So,
I'm just sharing.
oh, you're just sharing, are you?
Yeah, that's where I can.
Hi there, both, and the pussycat. Yes, this is Benny. So he decided he was going to co-host with me tonight. So he's hanging on for dear life. It's Adrian.
Oh, no, Adrian, lad.
So yes, he doesn't say a lot, but he's a great co-host.
Adrian.
Oh
Adrian.
dear. Chris and Callum have only just got back in, actually. Well, not long anyway. Hi, Kate. How are you? They went out earlier on this afternoon, got to wherever they were going, and then Chris realised he hadn't put an SD card in Callum's camera.
I did it on a purpose.
So basically, Callum weren't able to do anything because there were no SD card in his. Hey, oh dear, Mr. Kank's very, very poorly.
Uh-oh.
So what is the problem, Mr. Kank? Kate's tired. So yes. Anyway, so they went out somewhere this afternoon. He forgot to put an SD card in Callum's camera. So he says, well, I'll tell you what. He says, I'll take you out a bit later on. So anyway, they've just got back in. Did you see my... I haven't hardly been on YouTube all this afternoon. So, yeah. So, well, as soon as he got in, he made a coffee, and that's what I'm drinking. Oh, dear.
What's up?
It says the ambulance been out to me. Yes. Is it
that you know what we know about?
Yeah. When I say is it what we think it is, if you know what I mean.
Round one.
He says it took me 2 days' work. It was a right tip before I started.
Well,
So
you come to ours, that'll take you at least a week.
So yeah. You see, the only problem is when Benny's on mine. It's resting on my arm. You see. Yes. Oh. It makes me arm go dead. So if I start getting, are you okay now, or are you sort of just recuperating, or? But yeah, so they had to have a second trip out just so Callum could take some pictures, and you would have peed your pants if you'd have. It says I'm both on time and had food. Well, Chris will tell you a story. Come and tell a story about when you're out with Callum.
Oh.
And basically, the minute Callum walked through the door, he spligged on Chris.
All it were, we're going through park back towards car. And there was a long path, and it sort of like went in a semicircle. We had to go around like a little stream to get to where our car were on main road. But just before we went to just before we got to a bend, there was like a little path that we could get through. And there were some trees there. But about 4 or 5 young lasses there about our Callum's age. I'm walking along, says like that, Callum saying, walk that way towards the car. And he's thinking that I'm trying to get him off with these birds, these young little lasses. Yeah, then he's off.
It's sad enough.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, and as soon as he come through the door, he's grassed on me saying I'm trying to get off We said, as we were in car, any groups of lasses, there's a group there. There's a group that says, you wanted group sex, lad. I said, you know what I mean? Yeah,
so more or less, Callum broke his neck as he couldn't get through the door fast enough and to splig on Chris, saying they were trying to, fix him up with these birds.
Even one of them saying, there's a bird there, there's a bird there, there's a bird there.
I just laughed, I did. So, yeah, so it's been an eventful one, let's just say. Yeah, so I couldn't stop laughing, and basically, same as I says, what happened to boys' code or whatever, you know what I mean? What happens there stays there, you know what I mean?
Not wait till I get home, I'm spligging on you.
Yeah, so not spligging on him as soon as he got through the door. But he weren't actually setting him up. It was trying to tell him which way to go.
Yeah, he's thinking I'm trying to get him off the bird.
Yeah, and he's one saying that, I would try to get me to set you up with one of these birds. I think it was like wishful thinking on Callum's part, let's just say. But yeah, we had a right laugh about it. Oh. You'll have to excuse me while I drink my coffee. But no, we weren't actually setting him up. We were like telling him which way to go. And Callum got the wrong end at stick and thought he would, get over there sort of thing.
Oh, dear.
I'm Chad.
Aye, trying to call it. I'll do that.
Adrian says, my godson makes sure he's looking at the girls and letting them know he's looking. But you see, that's the difference. Callum's very, socially awkward. He's very shy, you know what I mean? So, yeah, only because there's nobody can hear him, only you. You know what I mean?
One day and a white window down and stop car.
But yeah, it were a bit of a laugh. Some say, Chris says, oh, that's it. He says, well, if I had a fixed up with a bird, Callum.
Would you be saying thank you? Or would you be saying bugger off, Dad?
But yeah, so that's sort of the the highlight of what's happened here today. I hope Adrian start trying to wind Amjad up.
Well,
it says the stream started at 8:30. Oh dear. But yeah, when he's ready, he'll get a girlfriend. I've no ifs and buts about it. I think. Oh,
hey.
Amjad says, I'm always here this time. Every live stream, I am never late. I think he's trying to wind you up, but Amjad.
Always late, that Amjad. Always.
My godson says he loves summer. I always wondered why till now. Yeah, it might have something to do with girls walking about in low-cut tops and whatever. His godson said he loves summer. He says, I wondered why till now. But yeah, same as I say, he'll get a girlfriend when he's good and ready.
He will.
He'll find the right words. To
mama.
Hey? He'll start a conversation and it'll just start from there. So Hey, we've got Simon. What we got here then?
Simon.
We've got Chris leading Callum astray. Thinking they were wanting him to check birds out, and Chris were trying to tell him which path to go up. Yeah, it's been lovely here today, Kate. Same as I say, Chris only decided to go out again, because he forgot to put the SD card in Callum's camera, and 2, because it was still nice. Adrian says I'll have to talk to Callum about that. He knows about the birds and the bees. That's not the problem. Yes, he's well aware of the birds and the bees.
I bet he'd be watching Rachel.
So, you know, they got taught that in school as well. So, so that's not the problem. It's just meeting them and sort of, you know, chatting them up that's the problem. So yeah. So so anyway, let me just say something before I forget. I finally found out where I went wrong last Tuesday with the moose. So yes. On the recipe, it says whipping cream. What would you do if he said he's a dad? Probably, when I say probably be amazed, because he never goes out anywhere. So it'd have to be immaculate conception.
That's true.
Yeah, and I've just said exactly the same thing, Simon. And I says, when the time's right, he'll be fine. So, so basically, I've been doing a lot of research over the weekend, right? And the recipe calls for whipping cream. But what I didn't realise was that it's an American recipe, and their whipping cream is actually our double cream. So I used the wrong cream to start with. So yes, so now I know where I went wrong. I'm going to try it again with the right cream this time. I bet it's been ordering off Amazon.
Who's that?
Adrian, he says, guess what Amjad I've ordered from? So I says to Chris, I says, I don't know whether I'll do it live, but I will film me making it. So yeah, so yeah, just to prove that, you know, I've got it right. I've watched the video. The website where I got the video recipe from has actually got a video. So I've been and watched the video, so I know exactly what I'm doing now. So
there you go.
So there you go. So, you know, yeah, that's what I said to Chris Kate. I says I'll probably do it as a vlog, you know, him filming me making it. So, oh, he's ordered a barbecue. What now are all your gardens all sorted?
Get disposable one.
Yeah, but I mean, why keep buying disposable ones when you...
Someone will be over in about 2 days. Adrian will get his barbecue and it'll start raining.
So yeah, so tomorrow evening I'm going to be making some muffins, lemon and blueberry, I think.
Muffins?
Yeah, the only, same as I say, what I didn't realise, Kate, was their whipping cream is our double cream. So basically, you know, I should have been using double cream all along. So had I used double cream instead of our whipping cream, I'd have, you know, it'd have gone all right. She says, I'm fed up with the flies. Hiya, Bella. How are you?
Hello, Bella.
I've just been saying, Bella, I've worked out where I went wrong on the mousse. I've been like researching over the weekend and realised that the recipe that I was using were American, and their whipping cream, I looked it up and it is actually our double cream. So I were actually using the wrong cream. Simon's trying to confuse me now. But yeah, so basically I was using the wrong cream. Basically, I should have been using double cream, not our whipping cream. So, and I've watched the video, because the where I got the recipe from, I've actually got a YouTube page, and basically I went to watch it and I thought, basically everything that I did. She says, I've got you and Chris in bed with me. I'm definitely going to get flagged for that. But so yeah, so what I'm going to do is probably later on in the week, because I've got some shopping coming Thursday, so I'll probably do it, let's say Thursday. So, you know, and Chris is going to film it. So I wonder if she's got that photograph. Man, she should say you were Chris and Callum. So anyway,
Has your birthday card come yet?
Chris wants to know if you got your birthday card yet, Bella. I doubt it. Not with today's post. You could put it like, you know, addressed to the Queen, and she still won't get it any quicker. So yeah, so yes, I'm going to have another attempt at it a bit later on in the week. But instead of me obviously doing it live, because I've already set the live stream up and everything, what I'm doing tomorrow. Well, I did think of doing like a double one, because the blueberry and lemon muffins that I'm making tomorrow are quite, you know. Oh, she's got it.
Yeah.
Oh, Gordon Bennett faint. Shock horror. Yeah.
That's all right, at 50 quid each.
Oh, Simon says he got some mail from Arizona.
Blimey.
God, Royal Mail must be stepping up the game a little bit. So while I think about it as well, Ian's been in earlier on, Bella, and I think he said he had to have the ambulance out yesterday. So obviously I'm not saying, but Bella will know. You know, yeah. Oh, some cool 3D prints from a subscriber. Oh. But I will watch. This is the thing as well. I was watching a. I think it was for Tesco's, because they keep doing this thing with Jamie Oliver and whatever, and it were about Father's Day, and it was showing you this girl and her dad making the granddad some coconut. Hiya, Baz, how are you?
Hello, Basrina.
And it were like dad and daughter were making granddad, and they were making his favourites, and they were coconut macarons, I think. There was some at coconut with jam in middle, and then drizzled with chocolate. Okay then, Bella. But it said they sent them through post, so you can actually send cakes and whatever through post. So can anyone see anything? What? All I got is a truck on screen.
What?
As you press something, Adrian.
Just still live. I'm watching her on my phone.
But yeah, so in actual fact, he's asking Hamdad now. Ooh. I'm burning Seychelles. I bet that smells nice. Seychelles fragrance oil in my wax burner in my living room. It's based on the brand, the White Company, but it's from eBay seller. I'm going poshy posh posh.
Poshy posh.
Baz has put "Are you" in the corner.
Yeah, but are you on your bike?
I'd suggest refreshing it, Adrian, if I were you.
Everything's okie dokie this then.
Yeah. So yeah. So I thought, well, yeah. You can send like food products through the post. Baz has put a picture up his bike. But anyway, so I thought, well, I suppose if I wanted to make somebody some cakes and send it through the post, I could do. So there you go. I'm back. Did you refresh it? And is everything all right now? So, hi Tina, how are you?
Hello, Tina.
Oh dear, I've got to wipe my eyes now because I couldn't stop laughing at that. Is it a mirage, Adrian? That is the thing.
And how much have you had to drink?
And
Are you sure you're not looking out the window? You see the truck go past?
is I'm going to say, is that Red Bull playing tricks on you? He says, yeah, perfect. I don't know what that were all about then. So yeah, so that's it. Apart from, not really done out of a weekend, have we?
No.
I made, what were it? Summer fruit sponge for pudding yesterday. And it were basically a mix of blueberries, raspberries, strawberries. What did I say? Blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, and strawberries. And then you just like make a sponge and put a sponge on top of it.
Very nice.
So yeah, so Chris enjoyed it, and we had it with some custard, and it, yeah. You want to, Chris? All he's done all day, Baz is sneeze, but when I get hay fever, it's just like my nose itches and like a runny nose. So basically, but Chris has it worse than I do. So yeah, but I just have the like runny, itchy nose, you know what I mean, and my eyes, my eyes running. So, but Chris gets the caboodle, he starts sneezing and
a whole lot.
Yeah. Oh, Tina says it's the dad's funeral in 2 weeks.
Oh dear.
But it's up north. Oh, I mean, Carla that comes in here, her mum's funeral were today. So yeah, same as I say, same as Chris says, while it's nice, they may as well get out and about with the camera. So more or less, he's been out every day, twice today. Pity him in the corner. So the reason why Chris has been out twice today is he forgot to put the SD card in Callum's camera.
I did it on purpose. So
basically, he says, well, I'll tell you what, Callum. He says, we'll have us tea and whatever. And then I'll take you back out again. And then as soon as he come through door bars, he blamed Chris and said, my dad's been trying to get me to chat some birds up. So
when I do a thing like that.
Yes.
Not me, sweet innocent.
Yeah. So Callum more or less broke his neck as soon as he got through the door to tell me my dad's been trying to get me to chat these birds up. And he went, no, he says, tell your mum the proper story. So I says, well, what's the proper story then? And he says they were like a fork, and he basically we're going like that. So Callum would take this, because they were like two paths, and they were saying like that to take, and he thought it was basically Callum getting wrong end at stick. Chris was trying to tell Callum to take this other path because it were quicker to get him back to car, and and Callum thought he was gesturing for him to go and chat these birds up. Baz says, hey, you don't lead our Callum down that path, Mr. Chris.
Oh, Mr. Chris, I've been warned.
The same as I says to Callum, I says, you don't have to come back, I says, and splig on your dad. I says, what happens out there stays out there. I said, you don't have to report back to me.
Right, that's it now.
So it were basically Callum getting wrong end at stick, but then he turned it round back on Chris and said that he were trying to get him to chat these birds up. So
there you go.
But same as we've said, it is a shy lad. When it's right, it'll happen. You know what I mean? He don't need his dad giving him pointers. House funeral services in Doncaster.
Oh, there you go.
There's an open invitation. No, not for Christopher.
You said what goes out there stays.
No, I'm on about with Callum.
You never specified.
Yeah, well, I am specifying now. Well, put it this way. If that was specific to you, you better not come back here. Are you wakey? How are you?
Wakey. Got the orders, wakey.
Yeah. So
I said, looky, but no touchy.
Yeah. I was just about to say the same thing. There's no harm in looking, but that's about as far as it goes.
Oh, yes, you, madam.
What now? What have I done now?
Another bloody fire engine going same way as us with blue lights flashing, trying to get in front of us.
Well, they've got your car registration number.
Oh, you're not kidding.
So,
we better get back quick, Callum.
Baz has put you, tell him, Jeanette. I will do, Baz, don't you worry.
Oh, dear.
Oh, dear. But, yeah. But, same as I said, I don't mind him sort of pointing him in the right direction and giving him a few pointers, but that's about the limit of it, you know what I mean?
We'll ask you if they want to drink it, Wax, every time, Callum.
What, in middle of wood?
Yeah.
Do you want to?
Which one do you want? Orange or black?
Do you want to swig of me pop?
Yeah.
Oh dear. Tina's farting all over place. She says she's got terrible trap wind. She's had eggs. But Adrian don't know that I've got a thing about firemen, and it's sort of a running joke with me and Chris that, you know, about firemen from local watch, or you know what I mean. Oh dear, he says, what's the reg? So exactly, that's what I always say to Chris, Bella. You know, why go out for burgers when you've got steak at home? Eggy farts are the worst.
I hope a little cat arse is worse.
Baz has put, no wonder he goes out with his camera bird watching. Yeah, I know, that's what he tells me, Baz.
Trick is you take actual photos of the feathered variety. Then you can like just have wandering eyes looking all over the place. That's what you know.
I'm sure when Callum gets a pointer, he'll know what to do. Oh dear. Well, some as I say, he knows about the birds and the bees and everything. It's just plucking the courage up to chat to someone.
It's just getting the bee.
Tina says, I can't stop. Oh dear. Oh, well, you know what I say, Tina? Better out than in, and in church or chapel, let it rattle. Perv. But hey, Sam, as I say, he gets some out from underneath my feet for an hour or two. So at least I have a bit of peace and quiet when they're both gone. Bella says Chris is getting his thoughts mixed up with his capabilities, I guess. But yeah, same as I say, I was just saying earlier on, Bella, I saw a Tesco advert, and it were a father and daughter making these. I don't know whether they were macaroons or what they were, but they were like some things with jam in, and then they drizzled them with chocolate. Sent them through post. If I'd have known that, I could have done you a birthday cake and sent it you through post. I mean, you might probably not got it till next week. Are you pleased to meet me? No, it's a camera in my pocket.
It's the extra lens.
Yeah, it's wide-angled lens.
Long zoom.
So yeah, you know, had I known you could send like cakes and whatever through post, you know, mind you, all being it, they were like some sort of a cookie or something. Some as I say, I had a baked Callum. I've got Callum on brain. I'd a baked Bella some. He's got your saying. As long as I don't follow through. Oh dear.
Follow through and the route to the loo earlier.
That's too much information. And Cosmo Pocket, Chris. That's what Bella's put. Cosmo Pocket.
Cosmo Pocket.
Yeah. Oh dear. But
Osmo Pocket.
Same as I said, you know, if I'd have known, I'd have baked you some at Bella and sent it you through post, but it's a filmy palms. Oh dear. But yeah, Chris, Callum were gutted, put bless him, that someone over in the corner had forgot to put the SD card in his camera. Well, not in his camera, in Chris's camera. Callum just uses it. So, as promised, he says, well, I'll take you out a bit later on. You know, which he did. I mean, had it have been absolutely belting it down, he'd have probably says, well, I'll take you, take you out tomorrow, but it were nice. So he says, well, while it's nice, he says, I'll... She says, I know. I'm not well. You have to make exceptions. But yeah, it's, it's nice that he's took an interest in photography, you know what I mean?
It's like when it feels like it.
Yeah. I mean, you don't go out every day. I mean, Chris, same as Chris says, well, weather's nice. I'm going to get out and about while I can. You know what I mean? And, but Callum's a bit hit and miss, we'll say, like when Chris went out yesterday, Callum didn't go, and he says, I wish I'd have gone now, but it's too late once he's already been and gone. So, same as Chris says, it's when he feels like it, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, he's a teenage lad, so, other times he might be chatting to his pals, he might chatting birds up, you know what I mean? I like vlogging, I do. So, yeah, same as I say, I had a bit of a disaster with a moose last week, but what I'm going to do is, rather than do it live again, I'm just going to vlog it. Hey, what's this? I've been told a certain person sending pics to my missus mentioning no names, Mr. Chris. Well, there were one of me and Bella in there as well, Baz. So, I mean, it weren't all of the bird variety. It was a picture of me and Bella as well. Yeah, this is it. Same as I said to Chris. It means they can get out and about together. It gets Callum out to us. While it's nice, they may as well. You know what I mean? They may as well, go and have an hour or two out, somewhere nice, somewhere, where it's a nice walk. So, yeah. So, I've been perusing Amazon again.
Oh God.
Nothing spectacular. I've put some white chocolate chips, some Belgian chocolate chips, 2 lots of like muffin cases. Because, there again, getting these muffin cases is like rocking horse poo. I have got some, but once I've made some tomorrow, they'll have diminished. So I want to get a few, but these is like posh ones, like tulip shaped muffin cases. So, and then they were like, what else were they? Like like how I've got one of them big balloon whisks, same as I said. If you wanted to beat an egg or something up, one of them is too big. So it's just like a little tiny metal whisk. So you're watching Stargate on Film 4. Hiya, Becky, how are you?
Hello, Becky.
So, yeah, so, I mean, they all like not expensive things, if you know what I mean. So they're like bits and bobs, you know what I mean, not things that are that I need. I thought, well, if I order some muffin cases, at least I'm not going to run out of them. I can't get any, you know, white chocolate drops or milk chocolate drops. I have got some dark ones. So I'll order some milk chocolate drops and I'll order some white chocolate drops. Oh, we say 50 quid up to yet for his, he wants one of them for camera that you got. I think he's on about your female palm. Adrian, he's saved 50 quid up to yet.
Cool, nice one, mate.
So, you know, in a few weeks, Adrian, you might have enough to buy one. Same as I say, if you want pointers on where's cheapest to buy it, you know, just message Chris. So I have no idea.
Bear in mind, Adrian, the only place you can get them at the moment, I think, is from China. I mean, Simon might have a better idea, but I've only seen them from China, and it could take anything from a month to 2 months to get it. So,
well, that's it.
But with things easing off now with regards to what's been happening around the world, and hopefully everything will be getting back to normal. You might get it in a couple of weeks.
Oh, bless. Bella's put, I'm going to go back to sleep on. I just wanted to say a quick hello. Thank you again for Saturday. You're the best friend anyone could have. Oh, bless.
I'll give you that $5 later, Bella.
Besides your drops, what are also, there's no flour. I've had to order golden caster sugar off at Amazon and what other one? Light brown sugar. See you later, Bella. So yeah, so I'm sort of gradually building me, you know, I bought a box with 10 1 kilogram bags of golden caster sugar, so I've got plenty of that. I ordered a big 3 kilogram bag of light brown sugar, so I'm all right for that for a bit. Toby Deals UK, 150 quid. Shipped from France. Took 2 weeks to arrive. There you go.
Toby Deals?
So,
link in chat, Simon.
yeah, Chris says, can you put the link in?
Please.
So, yeah, Chris wants you to put the link in. So basically, yeah, if I order these like chocolate chips, then I'll be set up. So,
in fact, I could probably have a look on today.
Oh. But some as I say, you know, I always say, I mean, do you use icing sugar? Yeah, I'm okay for icing sugar at the moment. I have been able to get icing sugar. I think that's about it, really. Oh, another what I've had problems in getting is vanilla extract as well. So
yeah, £150, 99p. Sorry, Simon, I've got it, mate. No.
So yeah, so I think that's about it, really. We even bought chocolate cup sweets from Amazon. Same as I say, I don't know what made me go and have a look at Amazon. And I thought, well, once I've made these cupcakes tomorrow evening, I'm going to be a bit short. Or the ones I've got, you know, I will only have a few left. So I thought, I'll have a look at, you know, cupcakes. It says cool, was just pasting the link.
I'm searching through it now.
So yeah, so I mean, obviously everybody knows that Chris likes his white chocolate chip cookies, and but I haven't been able to make them recently because I haven't been able to get any white chocolate chips or milk chocolate chips for that matter of fact. So but you know, there's not a lot that Amazon doesn't sell. And you just type into search engine, you know, wherever it is you're looking for, and you know, if there's not a deal that Amazon don't sell. Let's just put it that way. Chris likes anything baked. Well, same as I say, what I did yesterday, Wakey, I put blackberries, blueberries, strawberries, and raspberries, and it's called a summerberry sponge, and it's basically dead simple. You know, you just put your berries in a dish. I just sprinkled them with sugar, and then made like a sponge for it top, and that were it. And Chris really enjoyed it with some custard. So yeah. So
I hope, Bobby,
what?
I'm going to get a lens off this Dolby Deals.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Canon RF 50mm, £1,487.99.
Yeah. I'll buy two for that price. If only.
Give me two.
But you see, the thing is, Wakey, if you put plenty of sugar on, it takes the tartness out of the blueberries. I'm actually making lemon and blueberry muffins tomorrow evening, and I found out where I went wrong with the mousse last week. You might find something that you've been looking for, Adrian. You never know. I didn't realise that the recipe was American. Now, it said on the recipe whipping cream. Now, I've researched it, and their whipping cream is actually double cream in the UK.
So there you go.
He says, damn, Jeanette, I was just going to type that. Yes, so I basically, oh, pardon me, I've used the wrong cream altogether. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it a bit later on in the week, probably Thursday, you know, when I'm not live streaming at night, but Chris is going to film it.
Am I?
Yeah, because I said so.
Oh.
And the site where I got the recipe from, they're actually on YouTube, and I've even watched a video about it just to double check. I basically did everything right, but I used the wrong cream. So, you know, now we know where I went wrong. But same as they say, you learn from your mistakes. You know, if you realise where you went wrong, then you know you've won half at battle. He says, I know there's a Sky satellite dish in my shed. It's no good in your shed, Adrian. Ours is up on his wall. You know, normal households have them on wall. You know, not in your shed. But hey ho, everyone, you know.
Each to their own.
Yeah, each to their own. That's what I was trying to think of.
I know. I can finish the sentence off for you.
So, I'm allowed out for short trips, keeping distance. So let me know the time and just leave it on the step. Well, while I think about it as well, I watched Bella's, she did a video yesterday, and it was, as you know, Thought for Sunday, and it was called Serenity. And I meant to tell Bella while she was here and I forgot. So I'm just going to read it to you because I put it in the description. So I put another week, and as I pondered, I watched Beauty on the Budget's Thought for Sunday, and she recited the Serenity prayer. So just read it, and it resonated with me, as I'm sure it will with you. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Living one day at a time, enjoying one moment at a time, accepting hardships as the pathway to peace, taking, as he did, the sinful world as it is, not as I would have it. Trusting that he will make all things right if I surrender to his will, that I may be reasonably happy in this life and supremely happy with him forever in the next. And I love that, you know, there's things that we can't change, you know. Yeah, so same as I say, Becky, it sort of resonated with me. You know, you can't always change things. You've got to, you know, you've got to take the good with the bad, and you can't always change things. And same as I was saying, when she read the, you know, the Serenity prayer out, it resonated with me. You know what I mean? Not everybody can change the way things are. So yeah, I'm sure if people, you know, if people take a look at it, it does ring true what it's saying in that prayer. I have heard it before, but I ain't heard it in a long time. So yeah, you know, it's you know, it's more or less saying that we've got to be thankful for every day. You know, and don't get disheartened when you can't change things. Yeah, exactly. We have to accept and endure things we can't change. Yeah, you know, it's but it just resonated with me. You know, as much as you'd like to change the world, and you know, certain things in the world, there's a path you have to travel. You know what I mean? And all of us has got to take a different path, and we can't sort of all, you know, I mean, recent events, you know, with the guy in New York, where the policeman knelt on his neck, and he died. Hi, Choppers, how are you?
Hey, Choppers.
You know what I mean? It's at times like these where no matter what country we live in, we should all stand united. So yeah, you know, and I'm this way. It don't matter. It don't matter what colour your skin is, what sexuality you are, or anything. You know, if you're a good person, you're a good person. You know, and I don't discriminate against anybody. You know what I mean? I don't discriminate. You know, I don't care what colour your skin is, what sexuality you are, or, you know, or anything. You know, we've got to cohabit this world together. I had an eye operation last week, still can't. Oh, I hope you feel better soon, choppers. But yeah, you know, we only live this one life. We've got to make the most of this one life, and we've got to all share the air, the planet, etc. You know what I mean? And basic. I mean, if I could wave a magic wand, the whole world would be living in harmony. You know, there'd be no wars, there'd be no nothing. But you see, this is what I'm saying, Becky. She says in our small town, protesters were tear gassed last night due to the death. But this is what's happening, you know, and I mean, obviously, I do know that this guy's been arrested for murder. You know, let the law, you know, take its due course. Yeah, exactly. I agree with what Simon says. Bring justice against the perpetrator, but to burn your own town down is like chopping off your nose to spite your face. Yeah, that is exactly true. And same as I've said. I mean, what with the I mean, we've got enough on us plates with this pandemic without having to worry about rioters, looters, you know, etc. You know, and same as I said, let the justice system do its job. Exactly. But they're not gaining anything by rioting and looting and whatever. You know what I mean? The guy's been arrested. You know, let the justice system take it from here. I know everybody's up in arms about it. You know what I mean? You know, and yeah, in one respect, rightly so, they're up in arms, but there's sort of being up in arms and then, you know, rioting and looting and whatever, it's just not right. Pardon me. So yeah, you know, it's same as I said, you know, I mean, there's Choppers, he's from Australia, Becca's in America, everybody else is from the UK, but we should all not unite and come together as one, you know. And it's the fact that when you let hate take over, that's when everything goes awry. But some as I say, you know, here in the UK, they sort of slowly easing the lockdown rules. But I think, I mean, this is only my opinion, I think it's too soon. Yeah. But this is what I say, you know, I mean, like, a lot of the schools in England, like, especially the young children, were supposed to start back to school today, but I saw in my notifications there were only a 40% turnout. So a lot of mums and dads or parents are saying, no, I'm not sending my child. I mean, because same as I said, like 5 and 6 year old, how can you know, it's going to be like an army boot camp trying to, you know, enforce strict rules. You know what I mean? You can't expect a 5 or 6 year old to understand social distancing, etc., etc. They want to go out in the playground. They want to go and play with their friends. So, but I mean, I've said to everybody, until I know it's 100% safe for Cam to go back to college, then he's staying where he is. because at least with him being here, I know he's safe. Okay then, choppers.
See you later, chops.
But yeah, you know, until I know it's 100% safe for Callum to walk through them doors of the college, then Callum ain't going nowhere. And basically they're saying, if you decide not to send your child to school, you won't be fined for it.
Well, that's what they said then. Whether it's still the case now, it doesn't matter.
So yeah, you know, I think there'll be a lot of parents, Adrian, have said, no, it's too soon. They've forecast a second spike. And basically, they've eased the lockdown too soon, I think. And this second spike is supposedly going to be worse than the first one. So yeah, you know, it's the ease in this and ease in that. They're getting them back into school, you know, etc., etc. You can go out, you know, people that's been shielding, they can now go out. But I think it's too soon. This second spike is going to come, and it's been forecast by the health advisors or whatever to the government that a second spike is going to come. Yeah, so you know, I'm not. Was the UK started the lockdown before this? We started lockdown in about March, I think, Becky. You know, the schools closed. They closed all pubs, bars, restaurants, any social gathering, places of worship, even where there were like big crowds of people. You know what I mean? And that was all sort of banned. They closed all the parks and playgrounds and everything down. But they sort of like saying, now you can go out, you can meet people from another household, but you can, you know, you can't have physical contact with them. You've got to stay 2 meters apart. But some, as I say, the health advisors to the UK government have said that there's definitely going to be a second spike, and they've forecast it's going to be worse than the first one. So, you know, why ease things if they're expecting a second spike? The virus has over doubled since things are opening up. But same as I say, I think it's too soon. You know, you just don't get rid of a virus just like that. Yeah, the numbers is dropping. But same as I said on okay then, Simon, see you probably tomorrow night.
See you later, Simon.
But yeah, you know, it's but yeah, and that's why I'm saying this virus don't just disappear overnight. You know what I mean? I don't think the country will get back to normal for a very, very, very long time, as what we call normal. So, but they did say, you know, even the government, you know, advisors have said that there's going to be a second spike, and they think it's going to be worse than the first one. So, you know, if they're saying it, but same as I say, I mean, if it's out like me, Becky, I mean, I've not gone out anywhere anyway. You know what I mean? Because I've got a compromised immune system, and you know, you can dare bet that if there's anything going around, I'm sure to catch it. So, you know, it's a case of you're erring on the side of caution. You know what I mean? It's but same as I say, you know, it's just a case of waiting and seeing, really. You know, it's waiting and seeing what occurs. You know, or that's all we can do, really. It's, you know, it's just a case of you know, we just sit it out and wait and see. See you later, Tina.
Bye, Tina.
Thank you for coming in. Some as I say, Chris and Callum's been going out, but they've been going to open spaces where there's not a lot of people, and basically avoiding where other people are. You know, and same as he says, if I didn't go out, I'd go stir crazy. You know, it's just, you know, doing what is allowed to do, if you know what I mean. You know, even when he goes out, same as I say, he goes to like these wooded areas and where he knows there's not going to be a lot of people. Just you know, just so basically he don't put himself at risk and he don't put Callum at risk. So it's a case of you know, it's a case of you've got to be responsible. You've got to be mindful that, you know, not everybody's as mindful as what you are. You're still going to social distance, are you? But yeah, it's a case of you know, I don't think myself. I think myself that even like when governments say, yeah, your you know, virus has gone, we've not had no new cases, we've not had no positive we've not had no positive results, people are still going to be wary. Is it still around? Because it's something that you can't see. See you later, Tina.
Hi, Tina.
You know, it's something that you can't see, you can't touch, you don't know it's there. So how do we know it's gone completely? We don't. You know what I mean? We've never been able to see it in first place. So, you know, how do you know it's still not around? And I think that's going to be on everybody's mind. You know, is it safe to go out? You know, is it safe to go shopping again? Is it safe to do this? Is it safe to do that? You see, my main concern with Callum as regards college is on a daily basis, there's thousands of people walk through them college doors because it's a big shall I use night vision goggles to see if the virus has gone? We'll probably not see anything, Adrian. But yeah, you know, I mean, my main concern is like college, it's not like, let's say, an infant school or whatever, and they've got about 200 pupils. On a daily basis, Callum's college, thousands of people walk through them doors on a daily basis because it's a city campus. It's a massive place. So, you know, you can't tell just by looking at a person whether they've got it or they haven't. So you don't know, do you? So, you know, it's the same as I say, it's up to each individual. But same as I said, I definitely won't be sending Callum back until I know that it's safe to do so. You know, they're saying it's all. Why is it all right for, you know, reception kids and primary school kids to go back? This is it, you know, and not only that, the teachers has got to be prison wardens and, you know, strict disciplinary, you know, and put, you know, they have a hard enough job teaching as it is without saying to a pupil, oh, you can't touch him and you can't touch that person and you've got to disinfect that and you've got to wear a mask and, you know, you've got to sit over there when your friend's over here and...
No, not seen that one, mate. Be about years and years and years for that to happen.
Oh, Amjad says he says he's had to blow the wax, the candle out on his wax burner because they all ran out. I heard a crackle. Luckily, it didn't break. Oh, he's going to use an Asda one tomorrow. But what were I going to say? Yeah, I mean, they say there's water on Mars, but there's nothing scientific to say that it could sustain human life. You know what I mean? There'll only be one Earth, and that's it. You know what I mean?
You can hardly say that you've got two choices, Skeggy or Mars.
Oh, pardon me. Hiya, Gordo. How are you?
Pardon, Gordo.
So yeah, you know, I mean, you know, they've been to the moon. You know, people can't live on moon. People can't live anywhere other than Earth. Oh. It says, from what I've been reading, it's going to be a seasonal virus like the flu. But you know, same as we've just been saying, Gordo, it's one of these things where you can't see it, you can't feel it. So how do we know? Just by government saying, oh, it's okay, it's gone. How do we know that that's true? You know, it's not as if... it's not as if you can touch it or you can see it. Wonder if Amazon delivered to space. It might be quite a lot of delivery. You know, delivery cost, Adrian, if they're delivering to space. So yeah, you know what I mean? It's we only relying on what the government tell us. And we can't always say what they're telling us is truth. You know what I mean? It's all right for, you know, easing lockdown and this, that, and the other. But there again, and I've said this all along, putting the economy before human lives. So, you know, and I've said this all along. You know, they're just thinking, yes, it was said of cases don't. Well, this is it. You don't, I mean, you can't see it, you can't feel it, so you don't know who's got it and who hasn't. But, you know, it's a case of, you know, the mask, the gloves and everything. It's you protecting yourself from something that you can't see or touch. Only AstroTurf. Oh dear. But you know what I mean? It's you know, it's I mean, it's like everything else, you know. If you could see, if you could see it and you could feel it and you could touch it, you'd know what were coming, but you can't. Thank you.
Good evening.
Well, okay.
No.
I'm telling everybody about your dad leading you astray.
She's still trying to get me a girlfriend.
I'm going to stop bothering me.
So, yeah. And I think, I mean, same as I've said all along, Becky, I think, I mean, I don't know whether the American government's the same, but I think there's a lot that they're not telling us.
Keep it a secret.
Could I use the mask and gloves from my dungeon? whatever floats your boat, Leaky. But yeah, I don't think. I mean, the same as I say, I've said this is my opinion all along, but I don't think the UK government are telling us off for what they want us to know. You know, they're only telling us what they think they want to know. So, you know, I think that, you know, it's just us taking their word for it that we're safe to do this or we're safe to do that.
I think that
Go on, then.
it's they're doing this so they can all get a week, so they can get an holiday.
I don't think so, Callum.
Let's spread a virus and so we can all go on holiday. Yeah, I think so.
Here in Arkansas, what? I'm just going to read that.
You never know.
Gordo says, from what I've been reading, it's going to be a seasonal. Yeah. Right, I've missed. Here in Arkansas, the poverty deaths outside of hospitals aren't checked too if they die from the. Well, you see, this is it. I mean, who is it enjoying some nice pear cider? You see, what the UK were doing, Becky, is only reporting deaths that occurred in hospitals. Now, there were a lot said about it. So now, basically, there's like a lot of elderly people died in nursing homes. They weren't taking that into account. So, you know what I mean? That didn't figure into the figures, let's just say. They weren't taking into account the elderly that had died in care homes, in nursing homes, etc. They weren't, you know, penciling that into the equation of the amount of death. So I reckon that they've played it down a lot. You know what I mean? I reckon that it's been played down a lot. You know, and it's like
it's either getting us to experience what it's like.
No, Callum, because you've got to think that the damage it's doing to the economy. You know, you've got businesses going out of business. You know what I mean? It's too. They won't do it because of this, or they won't do it because of that. It's because every country's saying it's doing damage to the economy. I mean, we brought that subject up, Becky, about, you know, the prisons and whatever. But if the prisoners are getting it, so it's obvious either the visitors or the prison guards are taking the virus in. Oh, it says it needs a bit longer in the bottle. It's not fizzy enough.
That
is I think
cider.
Pear cider, I think he said.
Yeah.
Yeah, pear cider. But are you going to bed, matey?
No, I'm staying up all night.
See you morning.
See you morning. Good night, everybody.
But yeah, you know, I reckon that they're sort of keeping the figures on the low down. Basically, so it don't, you know, it don't.
In other words, is what you're trying to say.
Eh?
There's something fishy going on.
Well, yeah, I don't think they're telling us the whole story.
The UK government should come out and say, right, this is what's actually happening.
Yeah, Adrian says night, Callum.
You? What?
Adrian says night, Callum.
Not Adrian. What did you say then?
That.
I'll go out. I'll go out and pull TV and see.
Becky says several guards and prisoners have it here, but you see, it's got to come from somewhere, Becky. And if it's not coming from the guards, then it's coming from the family and friends, whoever's going to visit them. You know what I mean? Well, we had fish fingers, Amjad.
Fish fingers and chips.
He had potato wedges and fish fingers.
Ah, we had crinkle cut chips.
Amjad says night, Callum.
Becky
says good night, Callum.
Good night, Becky. Good night, Amjad. Good night. Have I missed anybody else?
Oh, Adrian had burger and chips.
Burger.
So
It's really funny what they have.
yeah, I've still got a bit of coffee left.
Also discussing the C word.
Hi, Mike. How are you?
That Mr. Newsom.
Yes, it is.
I know that.
But yeah, it's got to be coming if the prison population, if it's starting doing rounds in prison population, obviously somebody's taking it in. If it's, I mean, the guys that are in prison aren't going anywhere anytime soon. So it's either got to be the prison guards or it's got to be the visitors that's going, the family and friends or whatever that's going to visit them. Oh, spicy chicken strips with chips, crinkle ones as well. Oh, Gordo's had crinkle chips.
Hey, we had Asda's though.
Oh dear, I'm good, thanks. Still busy silage carting. In other words, spraying poop. I was trying to think of a way of putting it then without saying S word. So yeah, it's a case of it's just a case of watch this space. We'll have to wait and see what happens. You know what I mean? Oh, Amjad has chicken and chips every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday.
Oh no, all in grass. I thought it was spreading silage. Poop. Hi, Crimson. How are you?
Hello, Cribbo.
Good. I had posh ones. McCain from Iceland.
Snob.
We're just on about chips, not the crisps. What we call chips, what you call fries.
Gordo's a snob because he goes to
Iceland. Yeah, and he eats McCain's.
Posh.
We can't afford to eat McCain's.
We got to suffer with Asda's chips.
So yeah, we just have Asda's Mac. We're not posh. We don't eat McCain's. No, not during the week. It will be Thursday though, because I've got some shopping being delivered on Thursday.
Woohoo.
But
Here comes the calling.
I'm going to say they haven't got his normal Fosters, so I've had to order him Carling. So we went, I'm suing him. He says, they ain't got no Fosters. I says, well, it's wet and it's lager in it. Crimson says he loves another posh one that has curly fries.
I'm waiting for somebody that says they've got curly cheese, the chips with cheese in.
They're
bloody awful then.
It's the Guinness, Pixie. But yeah, his drink of choice is Foster's Lager. But when they were doing the shopping online, because we're having it delivered, it says Foster's wasn't available. So we had to opt for Carling. And he went, I'm suing them because they ain't got no Foster's. I says, well, it's wet and it's lager in it.
I like Guinness, but it gives me too much hangover in the morning.
Sometimes you've got to pay full price. Well, we don't, because we just have ours just cheap and cheerful. Oh, that's Callum's vitamin C. Foster's for me is like drinking tap water. Well, I'll tell you something, Gordo. Last time we had a delivery from Tesco's, I ordered Tesco's crinkle home fries, and they were like a tree trunk. You got some that were about that long, and they're about as long as that pen and about as thick as that pen. And one chip and you were full. So Pixie's in the closet getting hammered.
I will be.
Yeah, Welsh Clark says he loves Foster's. But you see, same as I say, his drink of choice is Foster's Lager. But
I've had to cut this bloody crappy.
you're gonna do on Thursday.
Suffer.
Yeah, you've got to suffer in silence. But yeah, same as I say, some of these Tesco ones. But I didn't realise at the time that they were like home fries, and they were same as I say, some of them were like mini branches. Oh, for me, it's all about the Guinness and Newcastle Brown. Oh,
I like Newcastle Brown and all.
Yeah. Carling, a bit gassy for me. Same as I say, you know, it's same as Chris says, he likes Newcastle Brown.
But it's got to be cold, not warm.
But same as I say, like these Tesco chips, one chip and that's it, you're full.
That was because it's all right here.
Is that one at Cat's? Can hear some. It's. I think it's Tucker's. Hey, Crimson! It's Tucker's come through window. Is it here? Crimson wants you, Tucker.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, thank you very much, Crimson. Tucker.
For someone's roll.
Come here.
Hello, my mate.
Well, I've never even heard a Spitfire. Hey, all the ones coming through. It's all right, we've still got kitchen window open and I could hear a meowing. I thought Tucker wanted to come in. And I think it would cost him. Yeah, he's got a picture of you up here. Crimson's put a picture up of you, Tucker. Bring him over and let Crimson see him. That's my Tucker. There's Benny and Tucker, look. Good time and the cat cried came. Yeah. Here you go, Crimson. Tucker saying thank you for me.
Let me go, let me go. I know what he's after. Biscuits.
Oh, I forgot to tell you I made some apricot and toffee infused vodka.
Oh, if it's got vodka in it, I'm in.
Laugh, my thing off. He says Tucker is like, pay up. Mike says his mum's, we've got enough on, we've got 3, Mike.
3 of the little snooses her to live.
Crimson says he's going to adopt Tucker or kidnap him. You can have him, Chris. You can have him.
He'll follow you to the toilet when you want to do a number 2.
Yeah, I mean, Chris went to the toilet this afternoon and I could hear Chris talking to, and I went, who are you talking to? He says Tucker's followed me into the toilet and we've got like a little shelf. And he were actually sat on the shelf watching Chris doing his business on toilet. But yeah, we've got 3, Mike. Ginger one, Benny the black one, and Lucy. But I think we think she's her to poor because she's limping a little bit. So we don't know whether it's just muscle, you know, or she's one of these that not let you get close enough to have a look. Let me just have a look what Wake he's put in. I'll pay £500 for Tucker. You can have him. Done. Deal. I say. Mike says he'll pay £500 for Tucker. I went, deal, done. When you're coming to fetch him. Oh dear. But yeah, same as I say, I heard Chris talking and I thought, well, I'm sure he's on toilet. I says, who are you talking to? He says, our Tucker's come and he's sat on shelf and he's watching me do a number 2. Oh, Spitfire. Oh, it's Wakey's put that link in for Spitfire Premium Ale, a 500ml bottle. It's not a bad price either. What is it like? Is it like a bitter? Just sneak out with a long jacket you wear, the meowing all. But yeah, you know, I mean, same as I say. And he's like literally like Chris's shadow. I mean, he's gone in kitchen now and he's left his biscuits, which is sacrilege, because he's thinking, where's my dad gone? Where's he gone? Is it going somewhere without me? You know, he's not complete. He's got bits missing. Oh yeah, it's a bitter. Well, all our cats have all been done, if you know what I mean. Well, I can't help it, Amdad. I just got a dirty laugh. Oh, like an old style pale ale. Oh. Oh dear. But yeah, you know, that's it. You throw a pillar at him, Amjad. Calling my laugh funny. Oh dear. But yeah, so yeah, all harm's been done, because on this estate where we are, there's a lot of cats, and I don't want somebody coming and knocking on the door and saying, your cat's not my cat up or whatever, and it's going to be a dad or whatever. I'll say, well, you know, it must be immaculate conception then, because they've all been done. So yes, the boys are missing 2 bits, and since this quarantine, my cats and I lay around, sleep, eat, and meow. I hope you don't meow, Becky. I'll leave that up to the cats. So, but yeah, I mean, we've had some nice weather just lately, and same as we've said, the biggest majority of the time, the cats have been outside. But come, a bit of rain or whatever, then they're in more often than they're out, if you get what I'm saying. But yeah, they do, while it's nice and warm and dry and everything, they like to, laze about in sun in a secluded spot where sun's beating down on them. Oh, Gordo says his mower's coming on. Well, most of it's back together. Just had to order some more parts. It'll be finished in no time then, Gordo. And Mike says he's been working non-stop during lockdown. But you see, it's different for a farmer. I mean, just because we're in lockdown, a farmer don't stop being a farmer, if you know what I mean. You've got, cows or pigs or sheep or whatever to tend to. It's because the country's in lockdown, you don't stop being a farmer. You know what I mean? It's it's one of them. Well, it's not just a job, it's a way of life, isn't it, if you know what I mean? Hey, Johnny Five's in. So yeah. I mean, I don't know how true this is as well. They reckon that we're going to have about 950,000 tons of excess potatoes because, oh, you were meant to have 5 teeth taken out a few months ago before lockdown.
Now, Lucy, come in.
Yeah, Becky wants to know, what do you farm or grow, Mike? So yeah, I mean,
you've already had some tucker.
you said on you said on Friday, Amjad, or it's Saturday. He nearly had a meltdown because he couldn't wake his brother up. But we grow wheat, barley, sugar beet, carrots, and potatoes. But I mean, Mike might be able to shed some light on it, whether it's true or not. They reckon that we're going to have like 950,000 kilos or excess potatoes because of this lockdown.
Mike, if you got these spuds free, we'll have some. YouTube discount.
So yeah. I hope Tucker's back again. Oh dear. Adrian says, "Hi, Benny the cat." Well, it's like a revolving door here. They're coming in and out, in and out. They only come in to have something to eat and then they bugger off out again. But I like any potatoes so long as I can peel them and mash them. Well, I don't. I just peel them. Chris mashes them. Oh, he says he's not heard of any extra spuds. It was just same as I say. It was just a notification I got. I don't know whether it run Facebook or whether it run, because I get like news notifications or news updates, and it says like basically but same as I say, it's something that's, well, it's not essential, but nearly everybody uses potatoes. And that's why I said to Chris, how can there be like 950,000 excess kilos of spuds when nearly everybody buys potatoes? But well, nearly everybody except Johnny Five. But you know, I mean, we buy them every week. You know what I mean? It's something that well, you see, Gordo says a bit of butter, salt and pepper, 1 egg makes lovely creamy mashed potatoes. Hi, Mel. How are you?
I don't know, well. Only one thing wrong with their Gordo. We don't have salt or butter.
Yeah. Well, we have
salt and pepper. Sorry, we don't have salt and pepper. I use butter and milk.
Yeah.
Whisker.
Becky says she'll eat Johnny Five's potatoes.
Oh
dear. But some, as I say, I mean, you know, we like the traditional English family, we have a Sunday roast every Sunday. You know what I mean? It says, oh, do you, Becky? Whoop, lucky me. You know, we the typical English family that we like a Sunday roast and then have dessert for afters. You know what I mean? Yeah, Chris uses my electric whisk, electric mixer to you know, they are attached. So yeah, you know what I mean? I mean, we have, you know, we have Yorkshire pudding, we have mashed potatoes, vegetables, roast potatoes, and then obviously, you know, the meat.
No, proper roast potatoes, not them that you used to get from supermarket.
I would normally be the first person. It could have been like fake news, I don't know. Some, as I say, you don't believe everything that you read about. Okie dokie then, Adrian.
Adrian.
Yeah, I'll speak to you soon.
See you later, lad.
It says I went Friday. I went on my phone till midnight. Then the third time I woke up, my brother said, "Are you okay?" He said he was fine. He was tired. I nearly started crying. I was freaking out a lot. But this is it. You know, I mean, you're bound to worry. I mean, but it's like Chris. It could. Oh, pardon me. It's like Chris is a very sound sleeper. You know what I mean? And I could be talking to myself and Chris would be there going, you know what I mean? You know, it's that's the difference in me and him, because I'm a very light sleeper. So, you know, and then let's say, I mean, like last night, I just got out to the toilet, just got back in bed, and then Chris got out to go to the toilet. And I said something to him, but he can't remember the next day having a conversation with me, if you know what I mean.
Oh, done.
I have to go and eat Johnny Five potatoes. Love to you all. Thank you for coming in, Becky.
See you, Becky.
So yeah, you know what I mean? Even though it was supposedly awake, but Callum saying, I mean, at one point, Callum, you see where our bedroom is, Callum's bedroom's here. So every time Callum gets out of bed or goes to the toilet, I hear him get up. Hiya, Tracy, how are you?
Hello, Tracy.
So this one particular night, I heard his bedroom door go, and I thought, oh, he's just getting out to go to the toilet. I didn't, because when Chris goes to the toilet, he don't put any lights on at all. Now, if I did that, I'd go, you know, break my neck and end up down at bottom of the stairs. So when I get out, I put light on. But when Chris gets out, he don't put any lights on at all. Anyway, this particular night, here's Callum door go. I didn't hear him put bathroom light on. Then next minute, I heard him going downstairs. So I thought, where's Callum going? It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. And I thought, where's Callum going? So anyway, I shout. Johnny's put lolches after my spuds, Tracy. So anyway, I shouts to Callum. I went, Callum. And he answered me and he says, what? I says, where you going? He says, I'm just going downstairs. I says, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I says, get back in bed. So anyway, he does. Oh, okay then, Mike. Thank you for popping in.
Bye.
So anyway, he turned round. He went back and got back in bed. So next morning, I says to Callum, I says, what were you doing going downstairs at 2 o'clock in the morning? He went, I never went downstairs. He says, I've been asleep all night. I went, you didn't? I says, you know how much of a light sleeper I am. I says, you got out of bed at 2 o'clock. I says, you were heading downstairs. I says, until I shouted, Callum, where you going? I says, and you turned round, come back and got back in bed. And he didn't even remember getting out of bed. I don't know whether he was sleepwalking.
I think he was sleepwalking.
Or whether he just forgot he'd got out of bed. But yeah, he couldn't remember a thing next morning. So, same as I say, I'd confronted him and saying, where are you going at 2 o'clock this morning downstairs? He says, I didn't. She says, I've been in bed all night. So I don't know whether he went through a phase where he was sleepwalking or what. But he swore blind he hadn't been out of bed all night. Brand new different. I expect he's watching BlueTube. But yeah. But yeah, it's been a warm one again. I've been at home and Chris has been out twice with Callum because he forgot to put his SD card in Callum's, well, in Chris's camera. Sleepwalking for cookies. So as I say, I don't know whether he was sleepwalking, whether he were, you know, but he answered me when I says, where you going, Callum? He says, nowhere. And he like promptly turned round, went back in his bedroom and got into bed. He will go blind. But yeah. But, you know, I mean, I've never slept walk. Chris has never slept walk. I mean, Chris ums and does a few grunting noises and whatever in his sleep, but that's about it. Johnny, she's come in, want to go to bed as she's gone. Oh. So anyway, same as I say. But, you know, you can have a conversation with Chris and he's like, Callum, he can never remember, you know, well, I told you that this morning. He says, oh, well, I've been to sleep since then. You know what I mean? He can't recall the conversation that he's had with me. So yeah, I mean, that's Oh, Wakey says he went through a phase of sleepwalking in his late teens. Well, I could tell you a tale about when we went to Butlins. But it'd embarrass Callum. And that you know, I don't know whether he got out of bed because it were a chalet in Butlins. I don't know whether he got confused and didn't know where he were. But anyway, there was an incident. That's all I'm willing to say on the matter because I don't want to embarrass him. How you, Jeanette, like the weather going to be? Same as I say, I stay indoors. I don't go out in it, Tracy, because same as I say, Chris has been out and I burn very easily. So he says, I found out it was because I used to get a rum and black to finish at the local pub. But you see, this is the thing, you know, Callum don't drink. Well, he has odd can, you know. But there's, some as I say, there's been a couple of incidents where is, some as I say, this incident at Butlins, you know, same as we said, he must have got out of bed during night, didn't know, you know, because it weren't his, you know, normal surroundings, he must have got confused. Cut out the rum and black and haven't slept walk since. But yes. So all I'm going to say is what he thought was the toilet wasn't the toilet. Oh dear. Jeanette, one night in my sleep, I was whispering chicken, chicken, and my brother said to me, why are you whispering chicken? It's probably in my sleep or probably dream. Were you dreaming that you were eating chicken or were you chasing a chicken? So, you know what I mean? It's everybody, you know, it's like the brain is a very complex organ. And it's like right, let me tell you a typical thing. If I've got something on my mind or I'm worrying about something, I always tend to dream about the worst case scenario, if you know what I mean. Eating a chicken. You know what I mean? If I've got something playing on my mind, I wouldn't say it were a nightmare or a bad dream, but I tend to dream about the strangest things. Oh. Yes, I am. I'm making lemon blueberry muffins. So, yeah, so some as I say, I tend to have strange or like weird dreams if I'm worrying about something, if I've got something on my mind, you know what I mean? But it's a very complex organ, is the brain, you know what I mean? And Callum sort of, you know, do you remember what you dream about, Mum? And I says, no, not all the time. I says, only if it's like strange or it's, you know, it's like the worst case scenario and something's playing on, you know, on my stag night. Apparently I peed all over the dressing table. And in the ex-wife's knicker drawer. To my defence, I was so hissed as a newt, and earlier I was directed traffic on the... Oh dear. But
I can imagine that and all.
Yeah. But same as I say, the brain is such a complex organ. you know, some if you have like vivid dreams, you tend to remember them more. Whereas if you just, you know, I mean, I'm not saying this is a dream that I've had. Let's just take for instance. Let's say you're skipping through a field of tulips. You wake up next morning and it's something that you're not going to remember. Now, if you have such a vivid dream and it seems real to you, that's when you tend to remember your dreams. Oh dear. So yeah, the brain is a very, you know, a very complex organ. So but you see, this is the thing, Amjad. If you're same room, I mean, it's like me and Chris share a bed, obviously. But you know, I mean, I get up one morning, it's a wonder I weren't black and blue because I think he were riding a bike in his sleep. His legs were twitching, somewhat chronic. You know what I mean? And I you know, I says to him next morning, I says, won't that damn bike start or something? He says, what are you on about, woman? I says, well, you were kicking your legs out left, right, and centre. I says, you know, but he can't remember doing it.
We're doing backstroke.
He says, I was a nightmare that night, as I also stripped off in the nightclub and was dancing in the cage in my underpants. But see, this is what alcohol does to you, Gordo. So as I say, I mean, it's I only remember dreams that, like, if let's say they seem real and they're very vivid dreams, I only tend to remember a dream then. Okay then, Amjad, see you tomorrow. See you later, Amjad.
Have a good one, mate.
But yeah, you know, I mean, you get a grilling from yeah, you know, you were on about dreams, and I says, well, you know, the only person that knows whether you dream or not is you. You know, I can't say, well, yeah, most people have dreams when this. I mean, it's. I mean, Tracy will probably glad my bike don't have a kickstart. Would shatter your leg if it kicked back. But it's. I mean, Tracy will be able to, or anybody that's had an operation. Callum sort of says to me, well, what does it feel like when they put you to sleep and you have an operation? And I says, basically, it's just like you go into sleep, like having a normal dream. You do dream while you know, because it's an induced sleep, isn't it? So, you know, I mean, I can't remember what I've dreamt about when I've had my operations, but I can remember, you know, sort of having a dream, and then, you know, I wake up and they're like wheeling me back down into recovery room. You know what I mean? You think, oh, you know, that's best night's sleep I've had in a long time. You know what I mean? It's you know, I sort of explained it to Callum. It's like, you know, of a night when you go to sleep. It's just like that, but they putting you to sleep. If you understand what I'm saying. So it's only same, you know, only same thing, but you're not awake, you know, to, you know, feel the pain and whatever when they operating on you. So, and that's one of the reasons why, you know, they put you to sleep, is so you know, you're none the wiser. So yeah, so that's the way I explained it to him. I says it's just like going to sleep any other night, except they actually put you to sleep. So yeah. So some as I say, and yeah, I'm just going. But it's the same as I said. That's the way I explained it to Callum. It's just like you're going to normal sleep, except that they put you to sleep and then they wake you up when, you know, they've done what they've got to do. And it's just like you've been asleep, but you're none the wiser. So yeah, you know, I mean, there's a lot of people say, you know, well, I had a out-of-body experience, or I had this, or, you know, all the experiences I've had when I've had my, oh, okay then, Wakey. See you later.
See you, Wakey.
So, some as I say, you know, I mean, everybody's experiences are different as regards when I got put to sleep, I was still asleep 5 hours after, and I did not wake up, but when I did, I freaked out. I did not know if I had it done. But you see, this is the thing. It's like, you know, they always say to your visitors or whatever, don't come because they'll be sleepy. And that's what I was like. I was still like sleepy hours and hours later. So, you know, it's a case of, because they've put you into an induced sleep, obviously the effects of that anesthetic stays in your body until your body gets shut of it. But I, you know, same as I say, I were awake, but I were nodding off all the time. And, you know, when it's, you sort of don't get your faculties about you until next day. Yeah, I think you did say, yeah, you freaked out and didn't know where you were and whatever. So, but yeah, you know, I mean, everybody reacts in different ways to it. You know what I mean? You know, it same as I say, it just made me sleepy. I can remember sort of waking up. I had like this ringing in my ears, and they were wheeling me down corridor to go to recovery room or whatever. You know what I mean? But you just feel like, you know, or I'll just have 5 minutes. I'll just have 5 minutes. And Chris came, I mean, they told him not to visit, but he did anyway. And basically, when he came following day, he says, well, me and Callum were here. I says, yeah, I can remember you coming. I says, I'm sorry, you know, and he says, well, they did say you'd be sleepy. And I says, I am sorry that, you know, I weren't... well, this is it. This is it. It's like an unnatural sleep, isn't it? And it's people's reactions are different. Same as I say, all I wanted to do, I got this like ringing in my ears, and I were aware of everything, but I just couldn't keep my eyes open. And sort of when Chris come to see me next day, and I said, he says, we did come to see you, me and Callum, and I says, I know you did, I can remember. I says, but it was just one of them things. I just couldn't keep my eyes open. But you see, it's like an unnatural thing, isn't it, Tracy? And I think a lot of time it messes you know, your metabolism and whatever up, and it affects people in different ways. So, you know what I mean? And this is why they weigh you and everything before you have an operation to gauge how much of this anesthetic you need, you know, so they don't sort of give you too much or not enough. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? It's, but it's just the relief of, you know, you've had your operation. It's just the relief of thinking, oh well, I made it, I'm alive, I'm awake. You know what I mean? They were my thoughts. Because before any operation, you think of the worst case scenario, and I was saying, you know what I mean? And then it's just a relief to know that, you know, oh, at least I'm alive. I've woke up after it. So, right, guys, I'm going to get going because it is 11:05. I need a little girl's room. I shall see you on tomorrow's baking live stream. I will be making lemon blueberry muffins. So I'll see you tomorrow evening, 9 o'clock, same time, same place. And yeah, I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye for now.
See you later, alligators.